Welcome back to the Ed Show. The Republicans are attacking Nancy Pelosi on Afghanistan because she doesn't want a troop surge. The NRCC put out a statement calling for General Stan McChrystal to, quote, put her in her place. The Republicans got called out on it, rightfully so. Now they're crying about being called sexist. Get this, if the Republicans want to talk about sexism, look at what happened in the Senate yesterday. Senator Al Franken of Minnesota offered an amendment that would cut off government funds to military contractors who refuse to allow employees to report being raped to police. Franken told a story about a 19-year-old woman who went to Iraq to work for KBR, the arm of Halliburton, and was gang raped by her male co-workers. The company said that her contract forbid her to seek prosecution for the crime. 30 male Republican senators voted against Franken's amendment, the same party that is complaining about being called sexist. That is pretty unbelievable, isn't it? Joining me now is Congressman Alan Grayson of Florida. Congressman, I think it speaks to a culture, does it not? Your response to what happened over in the Senate on that deal?
Well, it's shocking. I prosecuted war profiteers in Iraq, including KBR, for years with no help at all from the Bush administration. And time after time, KBR made the same sorry excuse, go arbitrate. Go arbitrate rape cases, go arbitrate corruption cases, go arbitrate murder cases. Whatever they possibly could, they sent to their kangaroo courts called arbitrators instead of having justice served by their peers.
Congressman, you took a lot of heat last week when you got after it and described the Republicans, and I told our staff here on the Ed Show, I said, you know what? This guy speaks the truth. We got to get him back on the air the next time somebody says something really goofy. And I'll be doggone it if it didn't take less than a week to find something. This is Congressman Gohmert from Texas. Listen to this. I want your response.
When you have economic chaos, it is tragic, but people have always been willing to give up their liberties, their freedoms, in order to gain economic stability. It happened in 1920s and 30s. Germany, they gave up their liberties to gain economic stability, and they got a little guy with a mustache who was the ultimate hate monger.
Congressman, we could go on for hours on that one. Your initial response, I mean, I think this one vindicates what you were saying last week.
Well, this shows what they're really all about. Anatole France said that the law in its majesty allows both the rich and the poor to sleep under bridges. And that pretty much summarizes the Republican philosophy that you just heard. They just don't care. They don't care if you're unemployed. They don't care if you're jobless, if you're homeless. They don't care if you're begging in the streets. They don't care if your children aren't taken care of, as long as they can wave the flag.
This is how the National Republican Campaign Committee spokesperson has described you, Congressman. Narcissistic personality disorder comes to mind. So does one-term Congressman. This circus act is getting tiresome. Your response to that?
Look, they always call the ones they hate crazy. That's the way they are. But look, I might just be the lunatic you're looking for, as Billy Joel said.
What should we do about Afghanistan? If the president were to come out and say we're going to go with 40,000 more troops, we're going to follow what General McChrystal wants to do, would you support that?
No, and listen, McChrystal is way out of line. He should remember what happened between Truman and MacArthur, another Big Mac. He's pushing his luck here because Obama needs to be the commander-in-chief. That's what the Constitution says. Article 2, Section 2, that's what it says. He's the boss, not McChrystal. And McChrystal should know better. He saw what happened, and I think history may repeat itself.
Well, the Vietnam War lasted 102 months, the American Revolution 100 months, and we are now in month number 96 in Afghanistan. If you're scoring at home, this is going to cost a lot of money. And finally, quickly, Congressman, they're talking about a compromise on health care. Is that what the Democrats should do in the House?
We need to pass a bill that saves lives and saves money. That's what we're here for. There's no reason to compromise. Nobody elected Olympia Snowe president of the United States.
Congressman, great to have you with us. Keep speaking the truth. You're always welcome on the Ed Show.
Thank you, Ed.
Earlier, I asked our audience